Yeah. Roof Logix FL.
Welcome. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down the single most important system that separates us from every other contractor in Florida. Mastering this isn't just about the company's success, it's the blueprint for your success here. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to dig into the battlefield, that big trust problem in our industry. Then, we'll introduce our secret weapon, the fan-first philosophy. We'll show you exactly what it looks like compared to the old way, give you the 7-step playbook to make it happen, and finally, show you how this whole system becomes a powerful engine for your career. All right, Section 1, the industry's trust problem. Look, before we can even talk about our solution, we have to be brutally honest about the challenge we're up against every single day. This really is a battlefield of trust. So why is it that homeowners are so skeptical before we even knock on the door? You know that feeling, right? Like you're already fighting an uphill battle? Well, that's not in your head. It's real. Our industry has a massive trust problem, and our job begins with acknowledging that and then solving it one home at a time. I mean, put yourself in their shoes for a second. We've all heard the horror stories about contractors, right? So have they. They're terrified of being promised the world and then getting left with a mess. And they know there's this huge knowledge gap. They don't know the technical stuff. So their skepticism, it's not personal against you, it's a defense mechanism. So what do we do about it? What's our strategic response? Well, we don't try to knock down that wall of skepticism with a better sales pitch. No way. We just sidestep it entirely by operating with a completely different philosophy, fan first. And this right here is our core belief. It is absolutely critical you get this. Fan first is not a mood. It's not a vague suggestion to be nice. It is a deliberate, repeatable system designed to build trust and confidence at every single touch point. This is the key distinction you have got to internalize. Satisfaction is transactional. It's temporary. They got what they paid for and the relationship is basically over. But fandom, that's emotional. A fan becomes your advocate. They don't just pay you, they go out and promote you. Okay, so let's really define the difference. In this section, we're going to draw a super clear line between the fan-first way and the ordinary, reactive service that, frankly, homeowners have come to expect. This chart really captures the fundamental shift in how we think. Ordinary service is reactive. It waits for a problem to solve. The fan-first system, on the other hand, is proactive and intentional. Our goal isn't just to make someone happy with a repair, it's to educate and protect them before problems can even get worse. And that shift from reaction to protection, that is our greatest competitive advantage. And this brings us to the most important part of this whole training, your role. This is the playbook you will use every single day to turn this philosophy into reality. Never, ever forget this. Before they see our work, before they get an invoice, before anything else, they see you. The homeowner is going to judge our entire company, our quality, our integrity, our trustworthiness, based entirely on their interaction with you. These are the 7 standards that bring our philosophy to life, and they are absolutely non-negotiable. Now, notice the very first one. Educate before you sell. This is the foundation for everything else. When you start by educating, you completely shift the dynamic from salesperson to trusted advisor. You become a consultant, not a closer. Every other standard, honesty, clear communication, thinking long-term, it all flows directly from that one initial mindset. Okay, finally, let's talk about why this is not just a nice way to do business, but a fundamentally smarter way to do business for you and for the company. This is a huge mindset shift. Your job doesn't end when the check is cashed. Every great experience you deliver becomes a lead generation machine, planting seeds for future referrals, glowing reviews, and introductions to neighbors. You are literally building your own pipeline. And here's the direct payoff. When we create fans, we don't have to rely as much on expensive advertising. The leads you get are warmer, right? Your closing ratio goes up. And our reputation makes every future conversation easier for all of us. This fan-powered flywheel directly fuels your long-term success here. This is our ultimate measure of success. I mean, think about this. If a homeowner decides not to move forward with us, but they walk away feeling smarter, more confident, and more respected, we have still won. because trust is memorable and that memory pays dividends down the road. So that is the fan first standard. When every single one of us lives by this system, we're not just building roofs, we're building a fortress of trust. And in this industry, a reputation built on genuine trust is the one competitive advantage that can never be copied or bought. That is our commitment. Now go make it yours.